Good evening, everybody. I want to appreciate you people for coming for today's class. Today's class, we're going to be talking about trading management. Trading management actually starts from today. And before I commence, I just want to quickly announce to you, as regards the advanced class, I posted it yesterday that the cost for the advanced class is 15,000 naira. And the training will start from Monday, which is 22nd of November, and it will end 6th of December. As we are coming close to the end of the year, at least we must have a skill that is helpful to everyone. The training starts 22nd of November and ends 6th of December. So, for today's class, you're probably wondering, what are we going to do for today? Today's class is really going to be a good one. And what today's class entails are, we'll be looking into, okay, just a minute. For today's class, we'll dive into MetaTrader 4. Then we'll talk about trade stopping, partial closing, and if time permits, we'll look into chain trading. But for now, let me start with MetaTrader 4. Let's just give a quick discussion on MetaTrader 4. MetaTrader 4 is an electronic trading platform widely used by online retail foreign exchange speculative traders. It was developed by MetaQuote Software and released in 2005. The software is licensed to foreign exchange brokers who provide the software to their clients. The software consists of both a client and server components. Now, what I'm trying to say, MetaTrader 4 was actually originated 2005, and MetaTrader 5 was more or less like an upgrade, which came into existence 2013. That's almost like 8 years difference. Only God knows if MetaTrader 6 will be generated. And MetaTrader 4 and 5 to me is not different. It's just like when you have Windows 7 and Windows 10. Yes, they are operating systems, but maybe because one seems to be a bit funky, nice, advanced, it seems to be different. That's how 5 and 4 is. The same process can be carried on both cases. It's just that MetaTrader 4 have 4 pending orders, and the pending orders are buy stop, sell stop, buy limits, and sell limits. Then MetaTrader 5 has buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit, then buy stop limit, then sell stop limit. Are you with me? Now, I will explain all this to you. Now, what we'll be doing next now will be partial closing. Don't worry, I'll drop this PDF for you. What we'll be doing next will be partial closing. What exactly is partial closing? Let's say I have a trade, and probably this trade is like this. So if you have this trade like this, then let's say you have a lot size of 0.05. You have a lot size of 0.05. Then let's say probably you are in a trade at the moment. So since you're in a trade, let's say you have a trade running, Euro USD. You have Euro USD. Then let's say probably the profit you are making here is $20. So if you are making $20 here, let's say because you have been in the trade already, you probably tell yourself that, I want to take part of this profit. Let's say you want to take part of this profit. So what do? You come here, you modify your Euro USD. So if you are in a trade Euro USD, then let's say you have 0.05, you can now modify the lot size. Then let's say you now change this lot size to 0.04. if you have a lot size of 0.04, then automatically this profit here, instead of $20, you now see something like close with, you see something like close with $16. You see something like close with $16. So if you see close with $16, then what do? You can close that trade successfully in profit. Now, mind you, when that trade is closed in profit, you'll be left with a lot size of what? 0.04, 0.01. Of course, you know when you take away 0.04 from 0.05, you have 0.01. So let's say probably this trade is running $4. Now, there are two things that will actually be observed. This $16, you have a profit of $16 in the profit margin. So if you have $16 here, then if this trade should now run and hit your take profits, glory be to God, then let's say probably you add an extra $7 to it. So eventually you have something like $23. Let me tell you the advantage. But if God forbid, this trade went the reverse, it didn't go your way, then probably you might probably be having a loss of maybe minus $7. Now, 16 minus $7. 16 minus $7. That would be what? $9. So in other words, you will definitely have some profits running in your profit margin. In other words, you will definitely have what? Some profits running in your profit margin. So that is the big advantage of partial closing. When you partial close, then it means that you definitely what? You book part of your profits. Thank you. The next one is trade stopping. The next one is trade stopping. Let me erase this, please. Trade stopping. Trade stopping Trade stopping is very simple. How does this work? Let's say you are in a trade. Probably since you are in a trade, you know, when you are buying the forex market, your take profit is up and your stop loss is down. Then when you are selling, your take profit is down, your stop loss is up. Let's say this is your entry point. Now, let's say you have something like this. Now put your take profit here. Then let's say your stop loss comes here. Now, if for instance, you have a trade running, crosses the entry point, starts going up, and later the trade starts consolidating. Now, let's say you are actually in a profit, probably $30. Do you know what trade stopping means? It means that you can move this your stop loss ahead of your entry point. So if you now move your stop loss ahead of your entry point, then it means that your stop loss, let's say probably this is your trade stopping. Your entry point had the value of 1.8200. Then your take profit had a value of 1.8. 25000. Let's say your stop loss is now 1.7000. So if you move this your stop loss above the entry point, then your new value, you agree with me that even if your stop loss is here, your new value should lie between 1.8200 and 1.825000. So your new value should probably be 1.82 So if God forbid, no, this trade is already on $30. If God forbid this trade should run and the trade comes here and hits your stop loss, you don't have to feel bad because you still have some dollars registered in your profit margin. So this will probably be what? Let's say probably you'll be having like $17, and you will be out of that market. I don't know. Let me talk about trail swing trading. So many people have asked me that I should create a video on trail trading, that they actually needed it. So I just said, let me introduce swing trading here. Actually, I don't talk about swing trading in my beginner's class. I like to deal with that in the advanced class. But let me just talk about swing trading. In the advanced class, we are still going to do a whole lot of things. In that same advanced class, the strategy that works for you, you shall know. You just subscribe. The fee for it still remains 15,000. I'll drop the account details tomorrow, and it's going to go from 22nd November to 6th of November. So let's proceed. What's swing trading? Swing trading is, let's say I give you a signal, and the signal is Euro USD. The entry point, I use the buy stop order. The entry point is 1.18200. This is the entry point. Take profits. Let's say this is take profit 1. I have 10 pips to that. That's 1.18300. I just added 10 pips to that. Let's say take profit 2. Is 1.18400. So I can now say my stop loss, SL. I give it a lengthy value. Probably I make my stop loss 1.16000. Now, if I enter the market and the trade is running, hit here. Class note, let's say I'm actually trading with a $500 account. Then, remember, on the $500 account, a 10 pip is exactly $5. Then, a 20 pips is exactly, what do you call it? A 20 pips will be exactly $10. So let's see the benefits of this. So do you know that if this trade goes up and it's hit CP1, automatically I've earned $5 in my profit margin. Now, if this trade goes up, hits TP2, automatically, because the distance from here to here is 10 pips, that was why it was $5. Now, the distance from here to here is 20 pips, that was why it was $10. I see it. So if the trade now let me quickly say something. When the trade comes here and hits TP1, automatically on your chart, this line disappears. Immediately it disappears, you have $5 your profit margin. Do you know what you do there? What you now do, you now come here and move this your stop loss and put it on your entry point. It means that you now go to MetaTrader 4, where you have stop loss to be 1.16000. You modify it to what? You modify your stop loss will now have a new value. That new value will be the value of the entry point, which is 1.18200. As you know what this means? It means that if you earned $5 previously, and this trade now goes further to hit TP2, glory be to God, you have earned an additional $10. So it means you won $15 in that market. But if, God forbid, after the $10, let's say, God forbid, after the $10 or after the $5, the trade now reversed here and hit your entry point, just smile, because what? You have earned, you did not earn anything. You were only struck at $0. So you still go with $5. But you know that on twin trading, I discovered this though. You can also trade stop out. If this trade, let's say this trade was here, let's say this trade was going up, it has not reached here totally. Let's say it was going up, and as it's going up, then all of a sudden, the market, the market was here, and it now started swinging down. Do you know that you can eventually be moving this your stop loss ahead? So as you are moving this your stop loss ahead, so even if this trade doesn't hit, it comes here to hit here, there's no wahala. Because why? It eventually struck you with some dollars in the market. Are you with me? It eventually struck you with some dollars in the market. Are you with me? So it means that you have $5 and you have additional $3. So that gives you $8. Last, thank you very, very much. I think I'm pleased with what I've done today. I give some explanations on MetaTrader 4, partial closing, trade stopping, and swing trading. I did that tonight. Thank you. Please try and watch the videos. For those that have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And for those that have not, please do, so that you have subsequent videos assigned to you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Good night. Tomorrow is the last day. Please, let's try to make the last. Okay? Thank you very much. Good night. Bye.